It was the end of this thing. I don't have to worry about my old headband anymore because I have a new one. Yay! Right, once again, slow mode is on. Send a message every 14 seconds to stop spam. I think it was actually a clever move on my part. Someone's here. I wonder who it could be. I'm gonna go back to the video I was watching. You thought I was wearing a bow tie? Oh, this is my new headband, Johannates. I needed to get a new one after I lost mine. It was a disgusting, dirty old thing anyway, with green smudges from hair color spray. So I had to get a new one. Actually, I got two new ones that are identical. I was allowed to choose a color, and I chose blue.
For me, I think if you had outlines, like, you know how cartoons have the black line? Like, if you had line art here, it would look a lot better, all right? It just looks like a scribbled mess, almost. I think you have potential, though. Oh, I have to say that because I'm being nice now. I do think you have potential, though. I'm not lying when I say that. But there's a lot that you can do to make your art look better. And having line art is one of them. This weird shading looks so strange. I recommend starting with cell shading. Once you become advanced enough, try out more realistic types of shading. The cell shading looks really good, and it's really easy to do when you're just starting out. So I'd work on that. The next art is from Cease My Existence. First, you're not first, you're like the third person, but okay, let's look at your
Why is everything so cheerful?
Oh my gosh, it's so cute. I'm just kidding. It's ugly. I'm just kidding. It is cute. Okay, fine. It's this dragon who's very happy and smiling.
If you ever dye your hair again, one side should be purple and other side should be green. Well, I'm probably not going to dye my hair because, well, I just not really interested in it. I don't want to be seen as a freak out in public. One of my family members said that. They said that that there's a possibility that I might get judged if I have different colored hair. So I'm just gonna leave my hair brown, and I've got my Joker wig anyway. Oh, speaking of which, I'm not gonna get it my full cosplay, but I'll put my wig on. Let me get this thing on again. Oh, what a mess. Let me just smooth that down because this wig is out of control. How do you fix this shit up? Jesus. Yeah, this does not look like the Joker's hair. Yeah, this does not look very good. It doesn't help that my hair's all like this, sticking out everywhere. Gee, and I paid like $50 for this wig, and look, it's just not a very good wig. Come on, damn it. Maybe it's on the wrong way. Is it on the wrong way? Give me a hair flip. Either the hair on it needs to be trimmed, or a lot of the hair at the back, I think it needs to be trimmed. So many bits sticking up everywhere. Ugh. This is why I don't wear wigs very often. Who knew they could be so annoying? Ugh. Nothing classy about this wig. Jay. I can't really flip it. It's not the kind of wig to do that. Once it's a little bit more curly at the back, it does actually look okay, I guess. At least I don't look like Jared Leto's Joker. Jeez. When I get enough money, I'm going to get a better wig than this. Annoying.
Artists always depict their characters as like really, really happy all the time, like this. But that's never how it works in reality. In reality, you're happy 0% of the time. So, but art is how we escape reality, Parker. Shut the frick up, dude. I don't care. All right. This paw. Do dragons even have paws? First of all. That was the dumbest one. This paw. Let's pause for a second and think about: do dragons even have paws? I don't know. Let's ask Google.
Because dragons don't exist.
It doesn't look like it belongs to this creature. It's a totally different color. The only color that's similar is the blue here and the blue on the wings. That's it. So I would suggest, I think it's pretty self-explanatory.
Joker.
But I guess I have to. I'm just kidding. I would suggest making the whole body look like it belongs together. Because this looks like just a random hand just popping up. It's not the same color. It's weird. Very strange. You got some shading going on at the top. You got some...
This month, I didn't have time to make a storytime video because a lot of things have been going on and I'm stressed and I just can't do it. So I asked Twitter what else I should do for this month, and the majority vote told me that I should look through my old sketchbooks. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm not going to waste any more time. So let's just start this and get it over with. It's going to be my oldest sketches that I've ever done. So a lot of you guys are just going to have to bear with me, and
I'm not the only one. I also have my still have a lot of my old drawing books.
cringe through it. So might be a while. Get a snack, get some water, and just cringe with me, all right? I'm just going to try and find the oldest year of notebooks that I can, and then we'll go through
Notebooks,
and look
huh?
at all of those. So these were labeled 2014 and under. Louie, I love you, but get off. All of these are 2014 and under. And I think this one is the first one. This was like elementary school. Bob the chicken. Let's read this, shall we? Morning time.
Oh boy.
Cock-a-doodle-doo. Chicken starts talking. You get down here. He jumps out the window. Louie! Whatever. He's just gonna be here. The man jumps out the window.
Nosy
talks
kitty.
to the chicken. And the chicken says, please. Wake up, for crying out loud. Get some Cheetos and get the TV and turn on PBS Kids and wear a diaper.
Oh, that is
Why did my chicken
cringy.
just talk? Maybe my medicine? And then the medicine label says, that makes you chicken talk and make you jump out a window. Nah, I want some PBS Kids. Fever dream. Oh my god, there's a second one. At closing time. Rock-a-doodle-doo. Oh, hi, Bob. Bob, you know you're 5 hours late. Bok, 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 bok. I don't care about you're fired. Oh, he's so sad. Look at him. Bok, 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 bok. What? How are you going to do that? Bok, bok, bok. You wouldn't dare try me later that night. What's the matter, dear? Nothing, just a chicken. A chicken? What'd he do? Get off me, woman! It's just you wanted to kill me. That's no big deal, dear. Oh, that's good. I mean, that's terrible.
Bless you, you're gonna
Chicken's wearing
sneeze.
his wife's skin. What the fuck? What? How old was I? And then the chicken takes out a knife and goes to kill him. And then he just says, ah,
It's dark.
moron. Ah. How could you do this to me, killer? And then he's talking to his dead wife's corpse.
Oh,
I think that's so funny. That's kind of
disturbing.
Charlie the Unicorn. Kidney. That's nice for like a 9-year-old to draw.
A 9-year-old drew that?
Yeah, cat. Iconic. Here's a self-portrait, I'm assuming.
Self-portraits. I remember doing a lot of those when I was a kid.
I'm thinking of Pop-Tart Cat again. And then some random girl getting proposed to. Kirby. Some weird shades. Awesome outfit choice. Before weird squirrel boy. After squirrel boy. Still weird. For after. Wow. More Kirby's. I don't know why. I've never even played a Kirby game. Flower. Oh god, this looks like a bunch of vomit.
What the? Oh my gosh. Just like what I did in some of my sketchbooks, random drawings. If Joker sneezes, that's a life sentence. Pardon me.
A family portrait. There's my dad, my mom, me, Brody being depressed, Emily, Zeke, and Morgan. Morgan's dead now.
No.
Yep, we're just gonna keep going on. Here's some animal drawings. Those are pretty cute.
Hey, one of those dogs looks like one of my drawings I did once.
Oh god, I can already see what the next one is. God damn it. Fluttershy and emo Fluttershy? Emo Fluttershy again with Rainbow Dash in the background? This, I don't know if this is like my first OC, but she is so edgy.
Yep,
oh my god.
she went through a My Little Pony
We're not
phase.
even going to talk about that one.
I did as
not
well.
Even not even going to talk about it. Invader Ted, I guess this was an Invader's OC. Her name is Tetris. Wow.
That looks like a cockroach. Put them up, Joker.
Creative. Invader Tet. More like Invader Tetanus. Here's my little sister as a pony. Her heads are so huge. Me and Fluttershy. Wow. I love how the mouth is clear down here. That's beautiful.
Looking through a
Wow,
decade
these are
of old
quality.
art.
Here's a Jack
Aww.
Skellington. Edgy. Are there any more drawings?
Too bad these videos are so long.
Just some math. Aw.
Math
Some amazing
sucks.
World of Gumball.
What else is on here? Oh, hey, Tilly. Oh, you want to come up and join me? You don't think you'll be able to jump on the couch?
That's why we now cover more of Australia than ever before. It starts with yes.
Tilly, come on. No,
Hi, hello, people. I just graduated.
I think her legs are too short.
So I thought going through some
Ow.
art would be a fun little nostalgic trip down memory lane before I leave forever. Let's get started, shall we? So I wanted to start with my pre-K yearbook because I made a drawing that says When I grow up, I want to be an artist. I thought it was kind of funny. Clearly very promising. Also, look at my portrait glow up. September, and then March. I even learned how to write my name. I said, no paparazzi, please. Okay, next. That it's terrifying. Oh my god. Throw it out the window. Okay.
Our art starts to improve if we're big on art, and well, if we've been, how do I say this? The art style starts to change when you reach a certain age.
Draw eyes like that. What is this? This is the OG iPhone back when they had the home button.
Sweet, 7 to 8 years old in 2011. Oh gosh, she must be younger than me. In 2011, I was like 11. What if Tim Curry played as the Joker instead of Jack Nicholson from Batman 1989? Yeah, it would have been impossible. Can't play 2 killer clowns at once. Movie auditioning doesn't work that way.
Thank you, very cool. I love how I just gave up on the sky. I had such a mouse face, I could not tell you why, but I was just obsessed with mice. I think this is supposed to be my mom. She looks like an alien, but that's okay. That is terrifying. I never want to see that ever again in my life. Again with the waterfalls. Again with the hairline. What is that? Why are the hands conjoined? And also, I love how even though it's literally a drawing, I still had to make sure the halo was attached because we care about structural integrity here. And it's very interesting that as a young child, I conceptualized angels as being white and blonde. That sounds to me like some internalized depression. Why do I keep drawing the same freaking exact same landscape?
Are you okay there, Tilly? So, what's that notification? Okay, flash forward to a few years later. Flash forward to another few years later. The cubs were growing. The cubs were growing up fast, and had entered the physical stage. Oh, you stupid thing. Oh, I need a friggin' drink. Oh, I must be snackish. Can't do a lot for the moment. I'm having a bit of a choke.
Landscapes, they're not even exciting. And then each branch has one leaf. Nice. That's terrifying. Is this animal abuse? Why does it look like a turkey? Jackie's sketch of Jackie's bean plants. Jeez, possessive much. Oh my god, I remember this trend. It was like the trend before the Super S. Bamboo. Oh, at least she has a hairline. Are you best? What is this shit? That is so scary. More animals. I think we're solidly in the bunny phase now. Same girl, same thing, over and over again. World's largest muffin. That's not a very large muffin. Hey, this isn't that bad, even though the house is like a pancake. Why are they crying? Okay, so the next.
It's not Bologna, it's actually Devon. Hello, James Mike Sound. Welcome to the chat. Hang on, Devon and maybe Devon and Bologna are the same. I'm gonna have a look. Are they the same? Bologna and Devon are different. Bologna is a smoked, seasoned Italian sausage made from beef, pork, or veal, while Devon is Australian, a type of processed meat sausage. So they don't have. Wait. So they don't have Devon anywhere else. It's only in Australia and New Zealand. Still give it to me. I'm hungry. If you want any, I'm gonna have to throw it up for you. Jiminy Christmas. I love Australian cuisine. I'll never eat pies again. You're right. Jeez. Witchetty grubs. You'll never catch me eating those. Oh, I love fish and chips. Milo. Oh. I really love our food. Hey, Dark Eyed. Welcome to the chat. Why did I do that? Criminy Christmas! I can't believe I was choking to death on a drink. Stupid contact thing. Might as well just have something else to eat. Musk sticks, they're Australian. You and your evil sinister laugh. What kind of plans are you up to? I was just getting snacks to eat.
Getting less and less anatomically accurate. That is also terrifying. Too many things wrong with this one. Okay. That is so scary. That is so scary. Okay, this was my sketchbook from Chinese school. So the Chinese school I went to, they had like an after class thing, and I always signed up for the drawing ones, and it wasn't like actual classes, like they didn't teach you anything, but you would just like sit there and draw. Table of contents. Looks like I gave up pretty early. I think this is oil pastel and gouache. Or watercolor, some cheap paint.
Those drawings actually look pretty good. Matchsticks. Matchsticks. They are a type of candy. Matchmakers. I guess we don't. I guess the sweets, not the ones you light the fire with. From what I saw, they're probably not the same as our Australian musk sticks.
Hey, these are like not terrible. No thoughts, head empty.
Pretty good, actually.
That's mean. That's so rude. The Crayola markers. That is disturbing. That is backwards. What is this? Is this corn? Baguettes? Shrooms, I guess. Okay. We have a color scheme. Okay, getting better. Again with the damn waterfalls. Jeez. Oh, there's Charizard. Is this a person?
Woo!
A shopping cart? I don't even know. Nice. Kung Fu Panda. Shapes. Okay, I think this is the graphite phase now.
Oh, graphite. Whoa, those drawings are actually pretty good. For an 8 to 9 year old, only difference is they're smaller. Do that one laugh from Batman and Superman where Joker crashes on the blimp. That one might be a little bit difficult. We'll see if I can do it in a bit.
I was clearly very not great at erasing. The eyes. There will be many of these.
That's a very good.
What the fuck is
This
that?
was.
The arm.
That drawing was actually good. Not bad for someone that's only 8 to 9 years old at the time. Wow.
Still right, pretty boring. I feel like every single Gen Z artist had an anime phase
That's
at one
not
point.
bad.
It's like a formative experience.
I never went through a proper anime phase.
So, confession, I drew anime all the time, but I have actually never in my life read manga.
No, certainly
or watched
never
anime,
drew it.
So I am a fraud. Nice assortment of eyeballs. I really thought I could blend.
Pretty good drawings. Not bad at
I
all.
love how you could, like, all the outfits that I designed for these characters are very much reflective of my fashion sense. So.
As electrified vehicle driving becomes
The boots.
Hey Kiwi, wanna come out? Stretch those legs a bit. You can do it.
Oh, I think I was really
Come
into
on,
penguins
Kiwi.
for some reason too.
Don't make this hard.
But I think these are more graphite sketches.
Not bad drawing.
Why is the? Okay, we're just not
Kiwi,
gonna
come
talk
on. Pardon me. Come on.
Okay, maybe we're not gonna talk about this one either.
Oh, it takes a little bit of
These are
encouragement
so
to get her
boring.
out of the
I
tank.
really liked personifying an anime
Come on, you
object.
stubborn
That's
ass
sad I didn't get
mantis.
to milk a face. It's discrimination. Oh, probably because I'm lactose intolerant.
Come on, come on.
I think this was
Come on,
supposed to
Kiwi,
be
come
me.
on.
I think this was supposed to be me again.
You
Oh,
should be
that's
used to
definitely
this by
me.
now.
Didn't I draw the same exact thing? Probably. Oh no! Why is her ankle like dislocated? Oh my god!
Come on, my
Can you
pretty
sign
girl.
the secret message? Hint. 3 words. I remember. If I'm correct, oh yeah. The answer is I hate math. I was that kid. It's very sad.
Oh, I was that kind of
Why
kid
did I
too.
ever think
You're alright,
this would be a
Kiwi.
good idea? I think these are just
Maybe not
progressively
as I
getting
planned,
more
but
and
at
more
least you're out.
Coca-Cola. Oh, a croc. Okay, now we're getting somewhere spicy.
Come on here.
No! Not the cat girl!
Here you go.
Saying I'm a piece.
Can Joker do the moonwalk? Why would you ask? Don't fall, for God's sake. Don't go out by the young girl's heart. He says I'm the one. Listen. Oh, startled. Sorry, didn't mean to startle you. Did I startle you, Kiwi? Oh. Come on, after I gave you that cricket, don't be ungrateful. Come on. Can Kiwi do the moonwalk? As far as I'm concerned, I don't think she can even walk backwards. Ew, the human touched me. Now I have to groom myself. It's hard to hold her on my hand because of her size. It was a lot simpler with the smaller mantises. Can a moonwalk do the Kiwi?
Pizza. I don't know what went through my head. Happy Halloween, Lord. This hurts me. Oh, Jesus. This
Ooh,
is
I'm gonna get in
seriously-
trouble, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
You know I got this
Isn't that
shit
right,
from
Kiwi?
Justice.
I'm gonna crawl up her shoulder and I
And
don't
this is when I
care.
first got COVID markers, and I was very excited.
You're gonna treat me like a branch, aren't you?
Hurt.
Ah, Kiwi!
An OC.
Oh.
Character.
Seriously, girlfriend.
Like that.
The claws. The claws.
Ew. Not the Candy Crush.
Come on. Seriously, Mantis. Kiwi. Ooh. Oh, ah! You got some sharp claws. But I know you're just using them to grip on. Those claws, she's not for malice. She's just using them to grip. Come on, Kiwi. Stay put. Stay where you are. I don't want to have to keep tipping this up just so you don't fall. Oh, she's a funny mantis. Ain't you, Kiwi? Here she goes again. Woo!
Saga personified. Note. No. Oh no. Carmen.
Stay put.
Rowan. That is
Stay
so.
put. Stay put.
This hurts me. More
Stay
eyes
put.
as per usual. Stop. Get away. I agree. So many
That's
cat
cute.
jokes. Jeez.
That'd be a nice
I don't know
photo.
what this is, and I'm disturbed. Body guide legs. Yes.
Praying mantises are very passionate about cleaning themselves. They're about as fastidious as cats. Kiwi, never. I knew she was going to do the jump. She's got that look in her eye. She's going to jump. Don't you jump. Don't jump. Please, for the love of God, don't jump. I don't know how you're going to land. I'm going to try and go this way now. And that prompts me to... Kiwi! She won't stay put. Stay still for one moment. Thank you.
This is exactly the proportions
Kiwi
you
needs
should imagine
needs her
that I
legs
want
to
to go.
exercise
I hate myself so much.
since she's always hanging upside down in that tank.
Here's a bookmark that I made that I never
Wow.
actually used to read books with. Oh, this is a girl from Wreck-It Ralph. Here's another
Not
drawing.
bad.
I love reading.
Pretty good
bookmarks
drawings,
and
actually.
Declaring my nerdship. I think this was supposed to be me. Oh, I remember this. I used this
I
as
can't
my
even
profile
draw
picture when I
anime.
first got on Instagram
Well, not
when I
proper
was
anime.
10.
I do chibi art, but it doesn't
And
look
my
anime
cousin
when I
would
draw
delete
them.
it because I was underage. Every time I would get like a couple thousand followers, and then my accounts would get deleted. And I would be so.
Prawn on the... Is that supposed to be a prawn? And a barbecue? Like, prawn on the barbie? We don't say shrimp, it's prawns. People think that we say shrimp. We don't.
So sad for so long, and I just kept remaking new ones. It's an apple, pretty boring. A wedding, except like panda cosplay. Why? The flower even has panda ears. Why?
Cute.
Why did I do that? This is my OC Reina.
10-year-old movies.
Very cool. Oh, the hair phase. More hair. I don't know why I can't just like draw things in moderation. It's like listening to the same song over and over again. Like I would do that for drawing. This is a potato I drew with Crayola colored pencils, and I thought it was so quirky. because I drew a potato. Yep, that's the story. Cubes with hair. Nice. There's an eye and yet another bunny. This is when I was starting to get better at using coping markers and drawing anime stuff, and I could draw without references, which I'm really proud of. I love how I put the eyebrows on top of the hair.
Being able to draw without reference.
No such thing as too many cat girls, I guess. Why is the hair like an apple? Ariel again. I think that was gonna be Rapunzel. I do this on my birthday because my birthday is the 4th of July. Why did I give her like huge boobs? Why was I
Wow, very talented for her age.
down bad at like age 11? This was my first ever colored pencil drawing. So inaugurating the colored pencil phase.
Whoa!
This is like a fake Wreck-It Ralph character that I made up. I could have just finished this, and I just did not. Rapunzel,
Didn't draw stuff like that when I was 10.
Sleeping Beauty.
Hey, she's talented.
I was really into like weird ass crossovers. I don't know why. More hair. I don't even.
Kiwi looked like she was just complimenting life at that point.
Why?
Isn't that right, Kiwi? If I ever visit Australia one day, I will go and wherever you want to go to Warner Brothers movie park. Message retracted.
Oh, I was really proud of this one. This is a frog from Rio 2, I think. Maleficent, that I never finished. Elsa, except Katniss Everdeen. Why? Rapunzel,
Oh,
except
Jesus.
Tiny. Rapunzel, except
Careful, Kiwi.
Vampire. Rapunzel, except Dia de los Muertos. Maybe not with the cultural appropriation. I think this is my attempt at drawing Ariel without a reference, and clearly it did not go well. Elsa, except I never finished. I think this was Christina Webb. Do you remember Color Me Creative? What happened to her?
She's quite talented.
Okay, moving on. Ariel, except like Chucky. Why? Another eye. Unfinished cupcake. Unfinished candle, unfinished Bambi, unfinished Miranda Sings, unfinished candy, unfinished chicken from Crossy Road. No, it's the Mockingjay.
Who knows what this prime mantis is saying?
And it's $1. I'm pretty sure I saw this at the MFA or something.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
I think these are all sketches from the MFA.
I'm getting a lot of reminders I need to draw so much more often.
Oh no, the Buddha, except decapitated. Okay, I think we're starting the colored pencil hyperrealism phase. I do this in a study hall in 6th grade. Oh,
Something more time than I was at that age.
This is atrocious.
Are you okay, Keith?
Taylor Swift.
That's quite a message. Whoa. Double wow. Your drawings. From when you were 10 years old, 2 years old are so much better. Than you've had food today, so ignore the fly. Stop trying to get to my face. I'm the king of the chat again. The peasant is out, chugging beer with his mate. Oh, you're like a puppet on a string, Kiwi. Look at you.
Plant alive. Treat yourself with menu lock.
She can't find a good spot to grip with her leg.
The Microsoft 365.
Oh my god. Miranda Sings reposted this on her Instagram, and that was like the best day of my adolescent life. This is me like trying to design a character for Inside
It's
Out.
It's impossible to scare this mantis.
Natiri from Avatar that I also know is so much work Look at the
I just put my
I don't know
face up
why
to her and
they
she tries to
didn't
lunge
draw,
for
like,
it.
every individual pore.
It's like she's
Truly, I
always
thought of
staring
this
at me,
time.
no matter
This is
what.
my first ever watercolor painting. I don't know why I decided to draw this. It's like one of those nip arts.
I think she took offense at me swaying around like her. She's like, "Yeah, fuck you. I'm gonna clean myself." Oh, she's funny when she does that. She's like waving at me with her legs, and then she's like cleaning herself again, and she's still doing it. Sorry about that, Kiwi. I don't think I think she took offense at me mocking her. The fuck did you just say? Watch her, don't she wants to karate chop my face. I'm gonna get ya! Let me at it! Let me at her! I'm gonna kick your ass! She's gonna cut me to ribbons. Is that right, Kiwi?
Anymore. Anyway, this I remember being really mad because I liked this part and then I ruined it. Stitch some pumpkins. This is when I hit 10K on Instagram on December 5th, 20.
Wait, is she on Instagram? I might follow her there. I have to follow her. She's very talented. So glad I followed her. There's Kiwi.
But then I like didn't post for like years and then I lost all my followers. Cara Delevingne, except a unicorn. I really want to know what went through my head. Here's an eye I drew on the plane, like on the little fold-out trays. Did you believe it? Another eye. That's so embarrassing. This drawing was my pride and joy. It took me so damn long. The ridges made me want to give up and die. So I was really close to just not finishing it. But I did. I did it. I powered through. Okay. I drew this before it became neo-Nazi symbolism. We're just gonna... Okay, moving on. Oh, I remember I painted this because there was friend drama, and then I was sad, and then I posted it on Instagram, and
Kiwi is looking at me menacingly again. Oh, she looks at everyone menacingly. It doesn't actually mean that she wants to be menacing. The only things that should be worried about her are the insects that she eats. Like crickets and flies and cockroaches. She shows them no mercy. Is that right, Kiwi? Show no mercy. Show... You want me to do the scariest Joker face? Oh boy! How am I going to do this? Oh, boy, he's going to end up looking like the 1989 Joker. I'll try. Sorry, Kiwi, am I scaring you? I'm sorry. Good, Kiwi doesn't want to have a look at it. Ah! No, not the face. Not the face. Ooh, I can feel the fuck. You okay, Kiwi? Had a bit of a fall there, girl. You alright? She's okay. Shit! Kiwi, stop falling like that! What? You on alcohol? I think Kiwi's on alcohol. She's so clumsy. Alright, Kiwi. Drunk mantis, I think you can go back in your thing now. Since we don't want any more of those shit falling incidents. And I'm sure Kiwi doesn't want them either. There you go. Be careful. Wasn't expecting to laugh, but okay. You alright, Kiwi? You still got all your claws? She's okay. She's got to be careful.
The same friend who was making me sad. Like commented, oh my god, this is so pretty, and I thought that was very funny. I had a Melanie Martinez phase. Here's an egg. Why did I draw Harambe? I strongly disliked this one, and I do not blame myself. This was a
How can you dislike it? That is beautiful.
I made about my stepmom because she's kind of an evil bitch.
She was
Why did she's not like
she was drawing this stuff at 13 years old.
And all my art was like
Kiwi has been on the lean.
I was clearly a big fan of food. This is a yearbook cover I did for my middle school. Here's like a sunset thing, I guess.
Hey.
Oh no. That is so unfortunate. Okay, we're just gonna pretend I never drew Tanabush. I tried to draw this without a reference, and look at the side profile. Ugliest thing I've ever drawn? Yes, I agree. Here's a diamond. Another watercolor painting. If you've never drawn a mandala, then are you a true artist? Stephen Klein. Ah! The beanie was so much effort. Chance the Rapper. Here is a pineapple. Very cool.
Very
I'm looking
realistic.
at it now, and I'm like, how did I not get carpal tunnel from drawing this small? Like, this is like ugly. This is my attempt at being creative. Technology is killing us, kind of thing. My decision to put that pixel right there will haunt me until the day I die. Here's another drawing that I was so close to finishing, but just did not. Like, I literally spent probably over 40 hours on this piece, and I just like was at the finish line and I said no. But look how much freaking effort I used to put into these shits. Why did I do that to myself? Here is some hair. I really utilized my gel pen very heavily. This was me attempting to...
I like her art. Messed up anime more.
Craving a freshly made salsa that's ready to eat? Black Swan's delicious new
Oh,
salsa
just an artist I was watching.
adds a fresh burst of flavour to any dish, all with no preservatives.
Hello everyone, Annoying Voice Art Guy here. This video is an edited live stream that I did earlier. I wanted to do a casual version of browsing DeviantArt for once, and this is what I got. If you are looking for any kind of serious critique, you're probably not going to find it here. Alright, here we go. Let's start off, is this an SCP? I think it is. So usually the SCPs are associated with, like, you know, really horrific and weird.
Well, it's past 3 o'clock. I'll give you that.
And eerie creatures, and then we just have this smiling, big-eyed character here of all your art. So, like the geometric Sailor Moon.
2008.
I also love how her ear is kind of like on her cheek. It's great. It's delightful. Okay, here we. Oh God, why? Oh, here we have cars stuff. Oh, that's.
Anatomy edition.
Oh wow, looks like my art things I hate video got popular. You know what that means. So when I made that video, I got a lot of positive feedback. Well, aside from the usual comments I get. But you guys seem to enjoy it, and there's still a lot more I can talk about concerning, well, things I hate about art. Again, keep in mind this is just my opinion, not everything I say is law, and I like to be hyperbolic at times, so try not to take this too seriously. Okay, let's go. Extremely short foreheads. This is more of a problem with proportions than anything else, and for some reason it is really common. I guess some artists fear that if they add too much to the forehead, then it won't look as natural as they want it to. But you got to understand that in humans, there's a lot more forehead than you might think. It's like a third of the face. This might also be a consequence of not understanding the confusing mess that is hair and how it's placed on the head. But I mean, look at this. There is no possible way a healthy human brain can fit in that head. This character has a severe malformation. Why does this happen so much? My only suggestion I can give is to understand the proportions of the human head and then adjust them to fit whatever style you're drawing in. If you want to break the rules after you learn them and create some ridiculous character designs, I'm all for experimentation. But if you want to create an appealing, relatively normal figure, you have to know the proportions.
Anatomy and bodies.
Wacky
Draw
arms.
this, not that.
For some reason, there seems to be a lot more deformed arms than there is legs. This is probably because more people draw torsos than they draw full characters. There are just so many different ways of messing up arms that trying to point out one specific thing that encompasses all of them would be impossible. So I'll just give you a few quick anatomy tips. Wrists are located just below the hips. Most arms bend at the abdomen. Arms are not sticks. They have curves and muscle that needs to be accounted for. Now, of course, if you want to change these things to make a style, you can, but like I have said many times before, it's good to know what proper anatomy looks like first. There's also much more to the arms than I just skimmed over. I would suggest...
How do I roast a shock zone?
You go research this stuff for yourself to get a more in-depth understanding. Asymmetrical eyes. Now, asymmetry in general is pretty annoying to me, but when it comes to eyes, which is one of the most expressive parts of the face and something you should really pay attention to, I am irritated beyond belief. Now, this does not include dynamic expressions, which may need some asymmetry. I am talking about restful expressions that have no reason to look like they belong to someone who has had a stroke. Please, just draw 2 lines across the face and pay attention to the individual lines that make up the eye. You can also lightly sketch some circles in between the lines to get a simplified idea of the size of the eyes. Then you can define it more from there. Funnel bodies. There might be a more proper term for this, but I don't want to use it because I like my name better. Funnel bodies is when you have a body that starts off with a wide area at the top and then gets thinner and thinner the closer you go down, or vice versa. There are instances where this type of body could work in an art style, but there is usually some part of the body that balances it out. Now, of course, it usually isn't as extreme as a triangle that nearly vanishes at the end, but it...
She can't roast the shock zone.
is noticeable. This is probably because people focus on one part of the body for a while and never zoom out to see if the proportions are correct. Creepy fingers. There are just so many artworks with characters that have the creepiest fingers I have ever seen. This is probably because there isn't much construction going on or it's been rushed, and I can't really blame them. Drawing fingers is pretty tedious. The simplest solution to this, at least for me, is to divide the fingers into rectangular segments and pay attention to their lengths. For many of these problems that I just listed, constantly measuring can help. Dividing the body into more manageable parts and studying how this stuff works in the real world can make it much easier to grasp. I know it's boring, but in the long run, it makes things far clearer. Anyway, my name is Solar Sands, and goodbye.
That was quick. 4
Hey
minutes.
everybody, it's Lavender Town, and today I'm going to be doing a Do This Not That on drawing bodies for your characters.
Anatomy is one of the hardest things to pick up as a beginner, and even a lot of intermediate artists still have a lot of trouble with anatomy. So I thought I'd put together all the tips and tricks that I've learned over the years, as well as calling out some of the really awful habits I used to have not that long ago. I'm going to be giving a few different examples of different body types, starting with the hourglassy female body type. This just basically means any female character where her waist tapers in and then it tapers out at her chest and her hips. And you can add variation by just increasing the mass either at the top or the bottom. If you give her bigger hips than her chest, she will look more pear-shaped. And then if you do the reverse, it'll be more of a triangle shape. And you can get a lot of variations even with this rough structure in mind. So one of the big problems that comes out of anatomy issues that a lot of people have is they're drawing from the perspective of the silhouette that they see rather than thinking about what's going on underneath. Now, don't worry, you don't have to be some kind of amazing professional at understanding the skeleton and the muscle structure underneath. You just need to think about the simplified skeletal structure that's going on. So one of the areas where this has been a problem is right under her armpit. We tapered into the waist without considering the rib cage, and now it looks really strange. The same problem is present in her thigh area. We've made this sort of strange box shape, and it doesn't really make sense with the way that the pelvis is structured. We left her with no collarbone, which looks really bizarre, and then on top of that, we also have this strange stuck-on doll arm look, which I used to be so guilty of.
And she's going to fix that up.
Instead of paying attention to how the shoulder actually attaches to the torso, I just sort of plop the arm on as if it was some other layer of the body, and that ends up looking really strange. So now that I've gotten some of the don'ts out of the way, I'm going to show you guys how I easily avoid these problems by just drawing a very simplified skeleton underneath. Now, the thing that I typically do is I just draw this little oval and then this little weird pelvis shape, and those just represent the pelvis and the rib cage. Helps you keep everything looking a little less mushy. I also draw a quick little line where the spine is supposed to be, and then everything else is just circles for the joints, which I'm sure a lot of you have already been using. Now, I've found that this very
All the legs have to
skeleton made a
taper.
huge difference in my characters' like anatomy not looking weird, like things are just sort of floating around wherever, and it helps ground it in human anatomy. I often skip some of these steps. I don't always follow every bit of it because my style is extremely cartoony, but having this whole kit of ways to plan out your character's pose and anatomy is great, and then you can take things away as you don't need them. I'm going to copy and paste those heads because I don't want to do drastically better heads on the do side. I just want it to be...
No one here at the moment.
focused on the bodies. So you can see that just by leaving a little space for the rib cage, we've changed the shape of the line underneath her armpit to her waist. There's just that little extra bump out, and it makes it look a lot more realistic. I wanted to make sure that this character still had an extreme hourglass because I feel like a lot of people think when people say, oh, that anatomy is not realistic, that female character looks crazy or whatever, a lot of people hear that as like, I don't like, characters who have this really sexy silhouette or anything. I'm not going to say that at all. I actually think personally that mushy anatomy kind of takes the attractiveness out of characters sometimes. It gets a little distracting when characters are twisted a little too far or are missing important parts of their body. It just makes them look kind of weird, and it takes away that like glamorous appeal. And I've discovered that if you're a stylized artist, if you have a rough skeleton underneath, it'll make your anatomy look great no matter how crazy you make those proportions, which is really cool. A good way to make a girl's chest look a little bit better is to try to draw her boobs as more teardrop shaped rather than balloon-like. The balloon look is really funny, especially to girls. I think we just see that and we want to laugh. So if you're trying to make a character who looks more natural or attractive, it's best to imagine them hanging from the collarbone sort of region and then having most of the weight down at the bottom. And you want them to hang more and look heavier the bigger that they are. So if a girl's relatively flat-chested, you don't have to have the weightiness, whereas if a character has a very large chest, you want them to look heavier and hang a little bit lower. A great way to really level up the stomach of your character is just to put a little more attention on your belly button. The belly button on the don't side is just a little dot, whereas belly buttons in real life are a little bit more complicated. I really like doing this little wispy shape that I've done here. I've addressed the dull shoulder problem by not fully closing a line around the shoulder. And for a little added realism, I put a little crease under her armpit. Even very thin girls usually have a bit of a crease under their armpit, and it just makes them look a little more realistic. So that is an example of a detail that you could definitely omit if you're doing a more simplified kind of style. So next up, the guy's anatomy. Again, I'm going to just kind of do the archetypal masculine body. There's a lot of different variations you can do just by slightly changing the proportions between the rib and the pelvis, but it's the same general skeletal shape. Rather than with the girl, you're typically going to try to do a bigger rib cage if you want them to look more barrel-chested, and basically the manlier and more Gaston-like you want them to be, just make that chest bigger and the hips smaller. For younger or more soft kind of boy characters, you just want to reduce the rib cage and make it closer to the width of the pelvis. Though typically in boys, you almost never see a pelvis that's significantly bigger than the ribs. I'm sure it can happen. So just experiment when you're creating your characters and do whatever seems right for their personality. So again, you're just drawing that very simple rib cage. The pelvis shape's a little different. It's more like what you picture briefs to be. It helps to imagine that way. And then you want to make sure that the legs aren't getting too crazy. Otherwise, again, it can look a little bit weird. And I'm just kind of having him in this awkward pose so that you can see both his arms and the general silhouette. Really athletic guys still have a tapered in waist a little bit. You're just not going to flare out on the hips as much. Having more angular curves on the guys will make them look more masculine and manly. So that can sometimes work, like you can see on the elbow.
This video was brought to you by my premium tutorials on Gumroad. If you'd like to watch the slower extended version of these sketches, you can do so by heading over to gumroad.com/moderndayjames. And it's also brought to you by my subscribers who support on Patreon. Patreon.com/moderndayjames to get my future Gumroads at a discounted price, group lessons, or one-on-one lessons. And if you'd like an additional resource for learning, you can use today's sponsor, Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community for creators. Skillshare is also super affordable. If any of these topics seem unfamiliar to you, I'd suggest heading to that video first and then delving into this animal anatomy series. In that video, I demonstrate how we can understand ellipses via their minor axis and degree, as well as create forms from organic shapes. The second part is going to be particularly important today because we can simplify a lot of the anatomy by boiling them down into two-dimensional shapes, which we place properly in perspective. That being said, today we're going to take a generalized approach for sketching animals.
Someone's here,
And then
and
in
they're
the
gone
subsequent
again.
videos, we'll do a deeper dive into the head, shoulder girdle, more as a study tool than as placing in shapes of shadow. Hatching can be used to block in shapes of shadow. Let's do a couple more of these form breakdowns just so you get an idea of how to do them. Gesture drawings. It has both structure and looseness of
G'day ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Draw with Jazza. I'm Jazza and today I'm going to be making a video on drawing animal legs. We're going to talk about drawing the front and rear legs of an animal, and I'm first off going to make the comparison between these and the human arms and legs.
What's that?
Know you're somewhere out there, somewhere far.
Dog anatomy.
Very different anatomy, specifically when it comes to the digestive system. Similarly, we both eat food, absorb nutrients from the food, and then get rid of the waste. Humans and dogs both start with the mouth in order to physically break down the food we're consuming from big pieces to small pieces through the process of chewing. The main difference between humans and dogs here, besides the amount of teeth, is that dog teeth are pointier, leaner, and sharper, specifically designed to puncture, rip, and tear raw animal tissue, as canine diets have been primarily carnivorous prior to the man-made invention of consumer dog food. Also, unlike humans, dogs can only chew up and down, which aids in the slicing and cutting of meaty tissue. Something you may have noticed about dogs is that they eat quickly. They can do this because their mouths produce a constant, excessive amount of saliva that lubricates their mouth, esophagus, and food. The food then lands in the dog's stomach and is broken down by hydrochloric acid. A dog's stomach acid is much stronger than a human's, measuring acid strength from 1 through 7, with 1 being the strongest. And a healthy dog's stomach acid has a pH level of 2
I
or
didn't know
lower,
that.
similar to that of white vinegar. A human's food moves from the stomach to the intestine in 4 to 6 hours, where it takes up to 12 hours to happen in dogs. This is because a dog's stomach works as a battery reserve, releasing energy to the body only when needed. Once inside the intestine, the remaining nutrients are absorbed, with a total time to pass for a dog between 6 to 8 hours, where it would take over a full day for it to happen in humans, as our intestinal tracts are much longer than theirs. The short intestinal tract is a key characteristic of a carnivore's anatomy. Vomiting is something dogs do randomly from time to time because of their short digestive tract, and does not necessarily indicate a problem. It is common for dogs to regurgitate from too much food, and also common for them to try and eat again. Finally, the waste is evacuated through the excretory system, something humans and dogs have in common. Similarly, when we or our dogs consume a new food, there tend to be changes in our waste output. This ranges from changes in texture, color, and even odor, which is all a normal reaction to consuming a variety of foods. A few key differences we have from our dogs. The amount of food we consume is based on our age, body size, and activity levels. Dogs sleep an average of 12 to 14 hours
Now
per day,
it's all
and
about
often
food. When is someone else going to show up to the chat? Wow.
Left, right, on the bed, off the bed. My name is Timothy. I'm sweet. Ooh, ah. Oh my God, it's a mouse.
Understanding dog body language. Where's my best friend?
Video is about canine body language and
Damn blowies.
understanding dog communication.
This video is going to go over how to recognize fear in dogs, how to recognize when dogs are becoming stressed, what do dogs do when they're feeling stressed, anxious, nervous, overexcited, and at the same time, dog-to-dog communication. What's appropriate, what's not, when to step in, when you...
What does she do? She moves away.
don't have to step in.
Stress behavior in dogs. I'm going to go over stress signals. These behaviors are signals that dogs will show to communicate discomfort, stress and anxiety, nervousness, apprehension and uncertainty, to name the top few. These warnings are crystal clear in dog-to-dog language, but unfortunately humans, unless taught, do not know this. When you ignore these signs, behavior problems can arise and potentially even dog bites.
A lot of people shove their face in their dog's face, like this. And see how she's looking away? She's going, I don't like it. Now, if I go back into her face like this, what does she do? She moves her face.
So in this video, you can see that I'm staring at Luna. She's getting a little uncomfortable, so she lip licked.
She diverts her eyes to the side, looks back at me, finds that I'm still staring at her, gets uncomfortable. She'll start to lip lick again, and then she'll start to yawn to tell me that she's uncomfortable.
She's not happy because she just had a bath.
Here we're going to go over anxious behavior in dogs, and Luna here you're going to see she's really anxious. Her head, she's darting from side to side, her ears are up, her ears are down. She's throwing stress signals in there because she doesn't understand what's going on. Her tail is low. You see her really fidgety. These are all signs that a dog is anxious. They're nervous. See? Nothing. Dog is anxious about the cars, and you can see it tries to dart really quickly. Ears are back, its tail's low. It's just trying to get out of that situation as fast as possible. Fearful behavior in dogs. You're going to see this first dog, Willow. She's actually trying to make herself as small as possible, trying not to give any eye contact. She doesn't want to be a threat. She just wants to disappear into the environment. What is it?
Kiki? Sini Kiki? Sini Kiki kanis? Saya habis sekarang siap.
High arousal behavior in dogs is a big one, especially for adolescent dogs, because right when they start becoming too aroused or too stimulated, you're going to start seeing these behaviors that you'll see. High-pitched barking, whining, crying. You'll see displacement behaviors and stress signals because they're too excited and they're trying to calm themselves down.
Leave it. Leave it. 1, 2.
Dog interactions and when we need to intervene. Here is some serious resource guarding with the Border Collies. The beige dog is actually trying to intimidate the black Border Collie away from the treat balls with aggressive behaviors. And you can actually see that the black Border Collie is feeling intimidated and threatening and showing stress and
It is lonely on here. Where's my best friend?
stress and warning signals back, but you can actually see displacement behaviors, so side turn of the head, wagging of the tail because it doesn't want to have that conflict. video of two dogs. Now, does this look like play? You have the smaller dog. She's snapping at the bigger dog. Now, is it play? No. That dog is telling the bigger pit bull that is standing to bugger off. I don't want to play with you anymore. So she's trying to be as calm as possible. When he crosses the line, she tries to tell him off with her teeth. Unfortunately, this puppy's not getting the clue. So what we should do is we should step in and be the backbone for this dog. And you don't have to be physical. You can just get the other dog out, the puppy out, with a simple positive interrupter and redirect their attention to something else.
Hey there. Hey, leave her alone. Come on.
Now you're going to see the white dog's tail goes up, and he kind of pinpoints on Luna, starts going over there, and she gives him a little warning that, I don't like the way you're coming at me. So what I do is we interrupt the dog. This is what you need to do to show, number one, the white dog, that he can't do that, and for the comfort of the other dog, which is Luna right now, so that she doesn't have to escalate her behavior. Let them be dog-to-dog interactions that can be left up to them. And a lot of the dog-to-dog interactions you're going to see are kind of give and take. If the dog goes in, they'll take the pressure out by getting out of space. They'll go back into the space and they'll come out of this. Canine body language and understanding canine communication, part 2.
This video is really going to go over tails, ears, and the body. It's going to be just what you as the owner or the handler really want to look for if you're not understanding what your dog's doing, or if you're just having general inquiry or interest in your dog. As this is a full-time profession, and I mean the biggest faults that you see with the owners is the communication between the two is so off. The dog is saying one thing and the human's saying another thing, and so
Oh. Could I go first? I'm gonna take off my socks. Feet are hot.
So much gets lost in translation or lost in communication, and then you guys are kind of butting heads. But if
Oh, hello, Johannates. Can you please try and stay on the chat for a bit longer because I'm feeling kind of bored. It was really boring just sitting there by myself. You okay there, Kiwi? It's all right. Oh, I feel really hot at the moment. No, I haven't. I just messaged. But I'm doing a live stream. Oh. Fine then. Folding gears. Okay.